How do men feel when women shoot their shot and they take charge, but at the same time allow you to...
Are you seeing the smile on his face?
Allow you to do, like, give you the power to be the man in the situation at the same time.
You're describing bliss, bro.
You're welcome.
The mics are blood clot open. Check, check, check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
Excuse me, what?
How was it?
You wait, no. We won't just move past that like you didn't just say that. What?
Well, don't wait. No.
You only thought there was one peak at Mount Kenya.
No, I know that like different stops. I know. Okay, I thought like the peak is the peak. You get what I mean? I know the different stops throughout the journey, but then
The peaks, the 3 peaks.
I guess so. Listen.
No, those are different from stops.
Well, cool.
You know we've started already, you Jimani. Yeah, you're trying to start the podcast again.
Sorry. Yeah, walk on.
What was the hardest part about getting to the peak?
You know what? Usually it's to do with like timing, isn't it? Because you want to get to the peak at the same time. Because you don't want her to like get there before you get.
Wow.
See what I was talking
It's the
about?
seat. It's the
different
seat.
peaks.
Wait a minute.
It's the seat.
What are we talking
I
about?
swear.
What are we talking about?
This nigga who
That's
climbed Mount
exactly what I
Kenya.
was talking about.
you know that peak, like you're really putting in the work when you can calibrate, like.
But sometimes it gets cold, bro. It gets cold at the peak, bro.
Was it cold at the peak?
Was it cold?
Wait,
Very
are
cold.
you talking about him climbing the mountain?
Yes, what are you talking about, Jimani?
listen,
Pray do tell G.
mountains-
What are you talking about?
Mountains come in different forms and shapes
There you go.
and kinds.
They do,
ODB
they
has
do.
returned. The old dirty bastard in the building. Walk on. That's good?
Good.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
welcome
yeah.
back to another episode of
we
The
hadn't
Mics
started.
Are Open.
You guys were lying to me.
My name is Ashley. Listen, I'm doing the intro. My name is Ashley.
And the young,
ODB,
And what episode is it?
271.
you thought you'd catch him. It's 271. She
me
thought you'd
slipping.
catch you
No, no,
sleep.
no. I'm shit with numbers, so of course I didn't know what
Because
episode
every
we were on.
mountain
And
has
niggas.
valleys.
Come on.
I'm in
Numbers
the
and
valley
niggas.
Preparing.
Preach.
I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
So, a couple things. First of all, Biggie, Byron, the editor, producer, whatever his name is.
Extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Mans like Byron on IG climbed Mount. Can't give him a round of applause.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk
Give
to me,
him a
man.
round of applause. Do not talk to me. He came into this building. He was like, "You guys climbed the stairs to get here. I have climbed Mount Kenya."
Is it lonely at the top for real? For real?
It is.
Yo,
It's lonely and cold.
so he's telling me. He told me on IG that like literally he left the base camp at 1 a.m.
Oh, that's not
climbed
fun.
to the mountain top to get the sunrise at 6,
Jeez.
and then spend like 10 minutes up there, and then go all the way back down.
Wow.
Was it worth it? The experience? It was?
It was.
Giving climax.
Nah, that's just a happy black boy.
Nowhere fast we've reached the climax. Yeah.
Dropped real quick.
I'm low-key
Okay.
jealous because I know I'll never climb a mountain.
Same, to be honest.
You won't do anything that requires a bit of adrenaline.
Nah.
Even going down the stairs is risky for you, bro.
Bruh,
Like, kwani hamna lift?
have you seen how I hold on to the side? Bro, do you know what? Like, every time I think about climbing a mountain, right? I just think about how even recently a Kenyan mountaineer died at Everest.
Yeah.
Mount Everest. And if you die on a mountain, depending on how the mountain is, it's easier for the man them to leave your body up there.
Yeah.
Then
You
to
get
bring
me?
you
So they
down.
leave your body up there, and some people even have become like marking, like in Everest. There's a dead body that's like one of the what do you call it? Not trademarks. One of the landmarks
Yeah.
as you climb up. So I'm thinking to myself, bruh, life is cold as it is. Like it's out there. Can you imagine you climb a mountain and you don't come back?
Yeah. And then you
Well.
know the bodies are preserved because it's cold as shit. Wow.
I can't imagine.
You know?
It do be tough sometimes, bro.
Yeah, you
You
climb
just
the
want to stay
mountain.
there, like, yeah, just leave me here. I'm good.
But yeah, I respect anybody who climbs mountains and does stuff like that. You know, jumps out of airplanes and paragliding and
Gets into water.
Adventure.
swims. Fam, I saw a friend of mine who's actually currently in Tanzania, right? And he's in this sea thing, or I don't know what it is, and he's surrounded by turtles.
Ah.
And they're feeding the turtles.
Yeah, I do that.
Bruh, you mad?
You wouldn't?
No.
But it's just turtles.
And water.
And
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's just turtles.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have teeth?
They're vegetarian.
Until they see you.
Yo, let me tell you. Until they see the right meat.
Oh, that's when they turn.
That's the one.
So, yeah, so like you're in your shorts. In the water, in the turtles area, bruh, and they're underwater.
And they see the bait.
Hey.
It's a wrap.
It's
You
looking
got 20 home.
carroty.
I don't trust those turtles.
I wonder what that is.
But I've seen so much madness this week. I saw a next clip of a woman. She's diving with the dolphins.
Yeah.
The dolphins trying to nibble a panani.
Yeah, I saw that
saw
shit
that?
too, bro. Yeah, I saw that.
That dolphin, have you seen that clip? Just Google, find it. Bro, she's
I
under
saw
the
that was
water.
wild, bro.
Under the water, and this dolphin is just nibbling her
It's like,
pum pum.
I know where the good shit is.
And you know
Yeah.
what? It made me think. There's only two explanations for that.
Oh boy, here we go.
There's only two.
To muscle memory. I've been here before.
No, but it doesn't. Maybe.
Can I guess one?
Guess what?
It smells fishy.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Some more marine
It's
life.
smelling like it's food.
Bro, I swear, you have to find this clip, right? Who did I send it to?
Oh, your fault
I'll
for
send it to you.
that.
I know exactly where it is, right? That dolphin is not going for the arm, the leg, nothing.
True,
Isn't it?
true.
And even when the guys get
I
into
wonder why.
the guys get in there to help him and
Yeah.
they're pushing him
Nah.
away.
Yeah.
This dolphin is like,
Get out of the way, man.
give me the way, give me some way. Let me get the punani. Like, yo. So that's
Yeah, that
my
was wild.
theory. That's
Yeah.
my theory because
It's a solid theory. I understand what you're saying.
But that's just once in, I don't know. It's not going to be you.
why do these things happen when people have cameras?
Valid.
But there's always cameras there, bro. So
No,
wait a
bro.
minute. You haven't seen the billions of other clips of people just having fun with dolphins?
Yes.
And it's cute and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
They're swimming with
so
it.
why do these very few incidences?
Bro, let me tell you something. Do you know
Tell me.
why I don't commit crime?
Tell me.
Because I always think that I'm the one who's gonna be caught. Like, I
That's
always
the
think
only reason you don't commit
that's
crime.
the only reason. By the way, like think about it, right?
it's you.
They'll make an example out of you.
They're waiting for
Tell,
you.
tell boy, I'll M-Pesa you just now, yeah? The balance. It's a podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. So
Love it.
it's like
The only reason you don't commit
Yes.
crime. Yeah.
because I feel like if you go to go in the pool with the turtles, the turtles have nibbled nobody. But it's going to get you. You're the one that maybe my spirit is bad. The aura is not working. And the turtles are
It's
like
the energy.
this one. Same way I feel like if I go and swim with dolphins, there's gonna be a killer whale. It's gonna be like, yo, give me some way. Let me handle this one.
Yeah.
Same if I try to rob a bank, I'm the one who's gonna get caught.
Damn. But
I
definitely.
think you just fear the worst.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
that's just enough. You know, we'll take it. We'll take it. But actually you're doing it, yeah? You're getting into the waters with
Hell
the turtles.
yeah.
With the
Yeah, for
turtles.
sure. Yeah. The whole
With them, the way you
shebang.
like dangling carrots and that. Yeah. Make use of
Well.
that shit over there.
Even swimming with dolphins. I'd like to swim with dolphins. Like I like a little bit of risk. You know, you gotta live a little bit. What's the biggest risk you take? Like in terms of adventure?
And not financial risks,
I
Jumani,
think
please.
the biggest risk I ever took in terms of adventure was
And not coming to Africa.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Was asking for a pay rise.
Yeah, that's the one.
That was a full adventure for you, wasn't
Yo,
it?
by the way,
That's the one.
let me tell you, you know what's crazy? Like, speaking about pay rises, do you know facts that I haven't had a pay rise? I didn't get a pay rise I don't even know the last time I got a pay rise. Like, it's
Really?
at least 10 years.
Damn.
Yeah. but I came into the game high. So
That's the
Okay,
thing, because
okay.
you are the bar, you are the so how do you keep raising the bar?
You
and the
have
rest of us, you are like, damn niggas, so what about us, man? You know?
Leave some for us.
yeah, I don't know. I think I deserve. But I also, I don't know if I told you, I got a lot to say today. I'm sorry.
Let's
Go
go,
off, go
let's
off.
go.
I think I want a radio show
Okay, okay.
once a week.
Where?
Okay. All right. You're
Okay,
onto
gatekeeper.
something.
Okay.
What will
I
the
don't know.
radio show be about?
No, I want a music show. I just want a music show. Just one.
You miss it.
Yeah, I was listening back to some old music shows that I've done, and they were proper dope.
Mm.
I don't want to talk about who's doing what. I want to play music once a week, 2 hours a week. So let me put this out there. I didn't even do it for free.
Hey, let's slow down.
Okay,
now.
slow. I won't do it for free.
You know, because wait, hold on. Because first of all, I don't know if you remember promising people the moment of meditation on the channel.
Oh yeah,
We're still waiting for that one.
coming. No,
So don't get us gassed about a show and then tell us it's going to be free of charge.
but if I did a weekly show and let's say I put it on the Good Company app, do you think guys would listen to it?
Yeah. It's giving Turn It Up Louder.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I want to do.
So bring it back. And nobody took that show after you left. So
That's true.
might as well do it.
So just bring it back online.
Yeah.
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 Done
People
deal.
miss it. People need that vibe, bro.
When
Oh,
I
yeah,
come
hell
back,
yeah.
turn it up louder because I got all the equipment in my house to do it anyway.
Do it, bro.
So when I come back, turn it up louder.
And
we're gonna
it's
do that.
literally what you're asking. You want to do. It's a 2-hour show that's fully music.
What are you laughing at? You don't think I'll do it?
They know how this goes.
Wow.
They have no faith in you.
Do you know there's over like 150 episodes of Turn Up Louder on SoundCloud?
But that's because why you were doing them on radio.
You are.
So you
are-
had to.
But I was doing it in Ghana as well. I didn't miss a show in Ghana, and that was pre-recorded.
But also because your show was going on at the same time that you were doing the festivities in Ghana. So you still had to.
So
It was a job.
So let me
Yeah.
ask you, man them. I don't know. I'm saying to
Vote of
something here.
confidence.
I'm saying to something here.
Yeah.
Have I got the reputation of not following through? Realist? Oh no, be honest. I want you
Who
to
are
be
you
honest.
asking? You,
Yeah,
you have to
which
be
man
because
them?
you're looking around the room. So you have to pick out the
Everybody.
weakest link.
Okay. Do I? Sometimes. You agree?
You're about to dismiss him because he came the
agree?
other day.
You agree?
There were some things, yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, you need a push. You need a little nudge.
I love the passion because the thing about you is you are them, what do we call them? I forget the word, but you're the one who creates. You
Yeah.
see the opportunities, and your gift is your curse, and you've talked about it a lot because these ideas just keep coming through, you know. Every other time, a brilliant idea. So
too
you
many of
start, you start
Exactly.
some off, you see them through, but then there's a backlog of the others that are still.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So it's just the burden that you carry as a creative, I'd say.
I agree.
Valid. I'd actually say I think there's so much happening in your mind that you usually say that this you want to do this and this and this and this and this, but then it's your mind gets congested as well, and it's a pro and con of being a creative.
Heavy is the head.
Exactly.
I don't know which one. but-
You know what? Do you know what? I'll take that. And I think, and I'm not going to make no excuse for it because I asked you guys what you thought and I already knew the answer anyway.
yeah.
But I think, I also
the liar.
think that like, I was waiting for someone to say, no, G, you do everything you say you're going to do now.
I wish
feel-
Calvin was here.
So I feel that I do relax on a lot of stuff. But the stuff that I need to drive through, I'll drive.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Like the new
Stuff
look
and
studio.
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
To like next anyway, you guys
Yeah.
will
We'll
probably
see
see
it.
it next week.
Yeah.
But also, there's just so much to do. Like the moment of meditation.
Yeah.
Today, you're the second person who said that to me. Why are you
exciting.
not doing this on your IG every day? Or having a page, which I have a page, but
Even
there's
on stories, actually, that will work, and then put it on highlight. We shall discuss.
yeah.
Let me be a
That's
production
exactly
manager.
what Koi said. Do it and put it on highlights.
Get Ashley as your producer to hold you
I
accountable.
mean, we've been here before.
Yeah, but the only thing is I think also that, like you said, there's so many things that go on here, like that I think anyway. I'm going away for 2 weeks, and I've got time to just sit down and put stuff into perspective.
So I'll give you this. So my previous job, I used to have the same thing. When an idea comes, when I'm doing a strategy, ideas will come and come and come. And there was one person who will be able to put that in words for me. So as you're thinking about these things, you're just like, speak about it, and have one person who can actually put them in words and make sense of your ideas and then help you follow through.
So a personal diary who will also remind you,
Technically.
hey, there's this idea we had.
Yeah, and it's someone, you know, if you look back at what they've written or what they put down, it will basically be like, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say in less words or in words that make sense. Basically,
I mean,
You know, you're writing your own job description right now.
Oh wait.
Yeah, you're doing your own job description right now.
like for me, I still enjoy learning, right?
Yeah.
So, but once I've learned something, I wouldn't say bored of it, but like, okay, I know how to do it now. Like for that, remember I called Ashley last week or the week before. I'm like, Ashley, do you have a content strategy plan that I can have a look at? So she sent me two. You want to see the one I came
I'd
up
like
with?
to see it actually.
Yo!
Because the two I sent you were very different. Like one was very different.
So you know
from
what
the
I
other.
did? I created a whole template.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you send it to me?
Yes.
Okay. I'd
It's
like
that
it better. Okay. I'd love it.
And it makes it easier to actually come up with these things.
Yeah.
So I feel like what I need, and this is probably, I know in the comments guys will be like writing their own job description here. I have no issues with ideation, with ideas. I've acknowledged that God has blessed me with that thought process of like being able to move quickly on things and ideas. But now the idea gets out. It's like I feel I need somebody who takes that idea and runs with it.
Drive the
You
idea.
get me? I feel like the idea, like now I'm gonna be the one come up with the idea. Oh shit! Now I have to do the strategy. Oh shit! Now I have to do the deck. And I find myself. And the thing is, over the last year or so, I found myself mastering so many things to do with strategy and digital marketing and stuff. So I've embraced the journey.
Yeah.
Because I've enjoyed learning. But now I also have to be very careful that I don't get involved in it to the point where I now start to hate it.
Yeah.
Because then you'll come when the lights are off and all of these
Like
things.
what's
you know?
happening?
It's like, so I need to just, but anyway, yeah, we'll find that person. It's such a crucial hire.
Yeah.
And it has to be the right person who fits into the right space, you know?
Yeah.
The executor.
The execute, you call him the assassin.
Yes. Aha.
The
They get
assassin
the
who
job
goes and
done.
gets the job done.
I
That's
love
the
it.
title of the podcast.
I love it. It can go any other way.
The
Yeah.
assassin gets the job done.
Speaking about assassins.
I never.
Wow. There's a video that's been doing laps of a specific creator who people are now in the comments are saying how she's assassinating the culture, or she's become different since she, got a little bit of money. Video
Are you talking about Elsa?
Yes.
Oh.
I was
They were
going to say
saying-
cube video.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Guys, check this video.
Sending money back home or to your extended family is such a common African practice that I absolutely hate. I saw my dad doing it, and I don't even know any of my extended family. I saw him doing it with his brothers, with his sisters, with his grandparents, parents, like everyone in the family. As long as you have a job, they expect you to share that money accordingly. And that is just something I will not be participating in. I already knew I would never participate in this. Like, how do you come and tell me, oh, my kids are starving? Yeah, they're starving because you're fucking lazy. Get off your ass, get a job, and feed your kids. And also, there's this one like extended family member of ours, and she used to ask my dad for money, and she texted me, and she asks me for money. You've been asking my dad for money since before I was born. I was raised, I grew up. Now you're asking me for money. You lazy son of a bitch. I am not fitting your habits. Clearly you're too lazy to be alive. I will let you starve. The fuck?
Wow. She went in. I don't care if you live or die. That's cold.
Yeah.
Because I will cuss out people, but I draw the line.
That's it. That's a wrap.
Black tax, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like to some extent it's assassination of culture.
okay.
Because this is what we know, but at the same time, we've talked about this several times. She does have a point, to be honest.
Oh yeah, hella.
I when I saw that in the group, I thought about this from a generational perspective. And I think that, like, just in line with everything else, how people say that millennials and Gen Zs are more are willing to undo the traditional stuff that we've always done all our lives, right?
Yeah.
So I think to myself, and I'm like, growing up for me, one of the key drivers of my energy was being able to look after my grandmother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? To make sure that anything she needed, she had. That was one of the more. In fact, when she passed away, I was like, Like what?
No,
like what one? You get me? So for me, I think if it's your mom and your dad, and you have had a relationship with them, because I never assume that everybody has had a good relationship with their mom and their dads, right?
Yeah.
I think it's an honor.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
I think it's an honor to look after my parents.
Yeah.
But now the extended family
No.
is now where I've never had that pressure. Because I think growing up maybe in the West and stuff, I've never had that black tax pressure. But then again, coming to the 254, I have a lot of people who are always like, gee, I need. And sometimes it is a bit overwhelming. I won't lie to you. Like,
So your black tax hasn't come from family. It's come from
friends,
Friends.
etc.
Yeah. Okay. Oh damn. I think that's harder to deal with actually.
I don't know if it's hard to do. I think I've
Hey, nah.
put myself in that space as well for being the guy who's always coming through for everyone.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm actively pulling, now that I'm no longer so much in the public space,
Yeah.
pulling myself away from.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it can be, I can understand how it's overwhelming, because it's like, I was even seeing on Twitter the other day, there's somebody who I follow. Well, I don't follow them, but I see their tweets. And it's like they've just built like a house for their mom and they're so proud. And I said, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, well, now, at the same time you're doing this, are you making sure that you're building for yourself as well and doing stuff and stuff? So I think, but I know, imagining someone like her position,
Yeah.
I'm sure she gets inundated.
That's true. So I mean, I've seen it in different ways. So okay, from the extended family point of view, yes, I've seen it, and I can see how it really messes people up, and if anything, it puts you at debt, or majority of people at debt. But also from a direct family like mom, dad, I see how that can go wrong. Not saying, I mean, I personally is definitely, I'm working for, my parents, quote unquote, saying as they've worked for me. I want a better life for them in the future, where they can just chill in the Bahamas and, do whatever you want to do with my money. But this brings me to another story. Let me just tie in two stories. This gymnast lady, what's her name? Short Simone Biles, yeah. There's a story of her mom talking about how she's waiting for her to reach out, and the mom is the one who actually basically deserted her. So this comes back to the point of, once you become successful, if you've come from like a toxic family relationship or dynamic where your parents were not necessarily the greatest and you've lost touch, once you become successful, now the folks want to come back and be in your life because they know they're
like
going to get a little
something.
right?
Yeah.
So I see how it can be bad in both ways, from the parent point of view, from the exterior individual's friends, and also from, what are you called? Extended family point of view. Yeah.
All right, what about you?
No, I can't say I can relate, so I can only speak from probably an objective point of view. The only problem comes in with a sense of entitlement, because I get many people who do want to help out their relatives, just like you, even me, one of my biggest, even you, Ashley, as you've said, one of my biggest desires in this life is I just want now with my mom, just live a good life. You don't have to stress about nothing. Just chill. Let us do everything for you. Live wherever you want to live. Eat whatever you want to eat.
Yeah.
So once we have that locked down and everything is good, then now I can be able to see, okay, if I am able to do maybe 1, 2, 3 things for other people, then I can. But there's something I learned. Not learned, but one of those things you probably keep forgetting and you don't remember. There's people who have, I don't know if there's a phrase or a word for it. You see how you can have buyer's remorse or survivor's remorse. So there's people who, once they get to that level, they become remorseful about them being there and other people not being there.
Right.
So I feel like if you are not really able to enjoy genuinely being in a position where you are receiving, like, it's my time now. Let me just receive. Like, you can tell when things are going really well for you.
Yeah.
But you can also stop enjoying it by looking at other people who are not in their receiving stage, or there's still some things that are going on that they're struggling with, but you're nice, you're good. And I feel like that guilt conscience is what grips people. And now when a family member tells them, you know, we are blood, you're supposed to, you know, kama umeweza usaidiane huku, sote tuna struggle and all that, and then now you feel like, damn, now because I have, I should. Then now that's where that conscience now it grips you properly now, and then it rings everything. So now you move from being in a position of receiving to not even me now I'm with you now. Because I came down to your level.
True.
So the thing should be, if you feel compelled to help,
Good.
you know, but also, especially then, don't be afraid to say no. If they're taking advantage, if they're feeling entitled, even parents. Even parents, you know, as you've said, you don't assume that everybody has a healthy relationship with their parents. You know, some parents could be like, sasa mimi nilifanya kazi ndio wewe unichunge ama uniangalie, so you're telling me I was your insurance policy, so what am I left to do with my life? You've lived your life, enjoy, and then you want to enjoy some more at my expense, you know. So I guess it just tests everybody on the different levels. So it's okay to give, you know, you're more blessed, as we say, to give than to receive, but are you also able to say no? Are you able to draw the line, you know, come up with some boundaries?
I think it's all about those boundaries, and I think buyer's remorse is a really good way of putting it, because, you know, sometimes I am asked for things, and like you say, you do say to yourself, you know what, I have this.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't have it in abundance.
Yes.
But you do have it, you know.
Yeah.
And you think to yourself, well, you know, I don't know. I think it's people need to also bear in mind that, you know, as humans, we're all trying to make it, bro. Like, all no matter, you know, it's like even for me, like this not being at work and stuff, and like, so this is my second month of not like receiving a paycheck. And it's really interesting because, like, I've gone into a mode with now where, all right, I'm traveling tomorrow, or I'm going away for a couple of weeks, and things that I didn't used to think about, I now think about. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, okay, last time I went to the UK, I hired an SUV for 2 weeks. This time I look at the car hire, I'm like,
the way my bank account is set up.
the way my budget is set up these days, it might just have to be a Vitz, you know what I'm trying to say? You know what I mean? So I sometimes feel that, like, you know, we accept our blessings, we're blessed, but you have to understand, like, somebody who you see has money has a higher level of expenses.
Fact.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So if you say to somebody that your rent is, let's say for argument's sake, somebody pays 100K in rent, there's somebody else who's saying 100K in rent. Fam, for that 100K, I'm feeding my family for 3 months, I'm paying my rent for 3 months, I'm doing this. So there's levels that I think that sometimes I do sometimes feel that people don't, and this is not like, you know, there's a quote, they say, when a successful person cries, nobody cares.
Yeah.
And I'm cognizant of that, but sometimes I do feel that, like, it's important for us to also realize that the people that we are reaching out to help, like, and even for me, sometimes I have to ask my bro for stuff. Bro, I will go around 20 million corners before I call him and say, yo, I need this. And he's like, okay. Okay. And we'll never talk about it again, Do you know what I mean? So it's
and he's probably even more than willing to come through
like,
for you.
For him, he's like, but why wouldn't you ask?
You know, and on the subject, it's interesting you say that, because I was in a situation that made me aware about how I see my beliefs to do with that situation. And this had to do with how, say, men interact with women, especially when it comes to finances. And it hit me personally as Andy Young that it's a babe doing things for herself and not having to, or not even wanting to ask for anything or any help that makes me want to do those things for you.
Right.
Case in point, say Ashley and I are meeting up for a date. Say we didn't know each other and we start talking nini, and we agree on the date, we agree on the location, and we say, sir, this is the time. We start moving. Do you know, Ashley's just willingness to participate in this meeting will make me go like, matter of fact, you know what? Your transport charges are on me. Your bills are on me. I'll cater for everything. You don't even need to worry about it. But that energy changes. It switches up. It's like before you go to wash dishes, you're going to wash dishes, and then someone comes and asks you, you just go and wash the dishes. And I'm going like, you know what? I was going to wash these dishes, but now I'm not.
Yes,
you know.
yes.
So I feel like it's a thing when someone sees you, they might not even know that you're really on the edge trying to make ends meet or make something work out or just do something. They might feel that, I feel compelled to do this thing because I want to.
Yeah.
But the moment you introduce, a request
It's true.
in a certain type of way, I'm like, I don't know, man.
That dishes analogy is proper.
Yeah.
Because it's like I can be at your house.
Yeah.
And like you've cooked and like you as you do, and like I'd be like, let me just eat whatever, and then we'll help you with the dishes. But then if you say to me like, see, you've eaten now, you do the dishes.
Yeah, you do the dishes.
Eh?
I'm like,
I'm like, oh, so if I didn't eat,
it's a sense of expectation. So now you're saying because now this is what I have to do.
Yeah.
So I feel like it cuts across the board.
so to round it up,
Yeah.
are we giving Elsa a pass on that one, or are we flagging it up?
I'm giving her
Grace.
Okay. She was, I wouldn't put it like that, because we put things differently. But I do see where she's coming from, and I'm about it. As long as someone feels entitled, bro, by all means, you have every right to say no.
Yeah.
And don't feel bad. My lesson here is it's okay to receive even when others are not receiving. Enjoy. Even you there's a point you're not receiving and other people are receiving na walikuwa nakula maisha vizuri. So even you do the same and don't feel bad because other people are not receiving it. So yeah, I'm with Elsa on this one, bro. No entitlement.
Also, when there's someone out there who might just, clock you and be like, oh, so you have some money, send me extra. Sometimes you don't even enjoy yourself because if you put your shit out there,
I think
someone is gonna look at it and be like, oh, so my patapes you need to me or send me something, know.
You know
it's
what?
cliche. Money changes the people around you.
You know
too.
what's crazy?
Fact.
I love that. There's sometimes, like, for example, you can have something or you've bought something or you've got something that's like, you've spent a lot on it or whatever, and you're very wary about how you use it.
Or
Yeah.
who sees
Or who
it.
sees it.
Yeah.
Like,
Very much.
crazy.
You're
like,
conscious now.
Like, it's like even when the car was changed, see, I can't even use the word.
Why are you
You're trying to be modest.
It's like there were certain people I just didn't want to know that like that happened.
Because of how they act.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to eat with all my friends, right? But then I don't know. The energy that you give is what's gonna determine if we're eating together or you're gonna be left on the side. Even my family members, everybody's. If I eat, we eat. But then the energy, the entitlement you bring to the table is what's gonna determine a lot.
And then I think so many of us are just hoping and wishing that our friends are secret billionaires testing us and testing our loyalty and all that.
Fact.
And we're just waiting for the day they're going to wake up and say, okay, guys, it was just an act. Yeah. You can relax now. We can live a good life.
I think, but moving on, I think it might be time for me to go back to church. I've really been thinking about that. I've really been.
What's happening?
Like,
What's going on?
no,
What's her
like,
name?
They say, Lord, show me a sign. I
What's the sign?
I kind of think this week that I got the sign.
What's her name?
Wow.
Well,
Is she an Aquarius?
actually, I'll read it to you, yeah?
Okay.
A Catholic priest in Austria was busted for operating a meth lab in his parish rectory in a scene reminiscent of the hit series Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Police raided the rectory under orders of the local public prosecutor's office, seizing chemicals for making the illicit street drug as well as lab equipment. Bruh, this priest was cooking up meth
Yep.
in the church.
The place where you least suspect, bro.
Business.
Yeah. I love it.
He's
Be
smart.
a shower.
Yeah.
He's
Game
very
is game,
smart.
man. Game is game.
I mean-
Charge it to the game, nigga.
I mean, we talk about church a lot, and I'm thinking to
Yeah.
myself, who do you think is going to hell first? The guy who's cooking meth in the church and selling it to druggies, or the guy who's saying to the person, I'm gonna throw an orange at you, then you collapse and pretend you're fake the Holy Spirit.
Damn. The latter, of course.
But
yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Someone
We'll
said
meet you at the gates.
Someone said in the comments, but does he give 10% to the Lord? If he does, then maybe Just maybe the pearly white gates might open
And
for
also,
him.
do people get this 10% for the Lord is for me? Like, do they get... Wait, no, hold on 1 minute. Do people actually think that God comes from somewhere
No.
and picks up his 10% and goes back into the sky
No,
with
you
it?
you give it
Is
back
that
to
what
the
people
church.
think happen? I am the 10% nigga. You're gonna give me that shit, bro.
That's true because it goes back to
Yes.
him.
Because but I'm the business, nigga.
Wow.
Can
You
go
think God
back.
sends his angels or
Like,
emissaries to go
Go
collect?
collect.
Wait.
You think he has tax collectors? At yo,
Wait.
it's time. And uchukue ushuru. Nigga, please.
Andy, you.
Nigga, please, come on,
No,
man.
yeah.
Wow.
But it goes
How
back.
does God get his 10%?
I am God, nigga. You're gonna give me that 10%, bro?
And he's saying the money is mine still.
Think about it. What is the connection between the physical currency, cash, or M-Pesa,
Fact.
with the man upstairs that you're supposedly giving
I'm
money
really
to?
questioning now
How?
offering at this point.
Wait.
What are the mechanics?
Oh my gosh.
Make it make sense.
How does God get his 10%?
You're
What
being
did you
sarcastic.
think it was?
No, this is being sarcastic.
I never know.
No, for
You've blown my mind.
I'm cooking your noodles right now.
Wait, this 10%, where did
Yeah.
it go?
To the church.
Back
to
into the
priest.
church. Yeah.
So it pays the preachers
Yeah.
and
Basically.
runs the church.
Yep.
Who pay no tax.
Yeah. Come on, Andy.
It's
make
time for you
some
to get into
questions.
church, bro.
Scheme. Bruh, there's no CBK regulation.
Nada. The one place that the government will not collect tax. They want to tax you for having a kitty in the house. 200 bob a month
For the kitty
for the kitty.
and the chicken.
Yeah. But the 10%, nah, that's God's money. You can't touch God's property.
So let me ask a question now.
Yeah.
If I get paid, and this is for the accountants out there, let's just say, can I claim that 10% as a tax break?
What do you mean? For
Like,
on
if I earn
church?
no, so if I earn 100 bob, right, and I categorically give every month documented 10 to the church, can I account for that in my account and say that?
You
I
paid.
gave to the Lord.
Yeah,
I would want to see that description. Yeah.
charity.
That's charity.
So you can't claim it.
So wait a minute. If I turn around and say I want to give 90% of my salary to the church,
To charity.
charity,
An unnamed charity.
can't
and I'll name the charity,
Ran by an unnamed NGO.
Actually, you're onto something.
I'm just wondering,
Don't
The
go
gift
on,
and the
don't
curse.
go on.
I love
Gee,
it.
let's-
I love
let's
it.
work it out.
Lean into the darkness, G. Lean into
Let's
the
work
darkness.
it out. We'll talk about
Yeah.
this later.
Yeah.
It's actually
Yeah. My man had a light bulb moment. Like, you niggas don't know what I'm thinking of right now.
oh,
Yeah.
speaking about
I can see our bonuses in December will be nice.
nice.
guys. No,
Yeah.
let me tell you something though. Differently, right? And this is I love this pod because it's just random.
Let's go.
As we're talking about charities, right? Have you ever what charity or cause is important enough for you to put your personality behind? You see, like how, for example,
Well, it's not Ashley's OnlyFans.
Did you just call my wow? It
Call
became
it
a
Ashley,
charity.
I'm giving you game. That is a game. You're a charity. You're the charity.
so
That's the
Damn.
game.
I've been thinking, right?
It does well be my only fan.
Like lately, that personally, I want a cause.
Okay.
In the sense of like, there are things that I like, animals and stuff, but I feel that I do feel to some extent that conservation is a business.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the guys that's why the guys who were conservationists have been doing it for so long, because there's big business in it. Like everywhere you go in this planet, there's somebody at a mall collecting money to save elephants.
Facts.
Everywhere you go.
And sustainability.
Sustainability.
Yeah.
Right.
Global warming.
So
whole
I think
shebang.
sustainability, environment and stuff, I think it's business, but I think it's good business.
Yeah.
But I've been thinking lately, and I think I have found the cause that I really want to get behind. I'll tell you in a minute, but I want you guys to think about what would be
causes?
important. What cause would be important enough for you to jump behind?
I think I have mine. Initially, it would have been like save the earth, etc., etc. But now I think I'd give back to the kiddos. Yeah, definitely give
Children's
back to
charity,
the
yeah?
kiddies.
Exploration.
Exploration.
Oh yeah.
As in
Of
going
the
to
That,
find
that Indiana
generally.
Jones shit, bro. Me, I'm about it, man.
Facts.
That Interstellar shit, me, I'm about it, bro. Like to push, whether it's to push mankind forward or to push us back in that, getting more of our history that we didn't have access to yet. Me, I'm about that discovery.
Yeah.
I'm about that.
I like
so,
that.
So
Yeah.
for me, I've narrowed it down to the one main one and there's one sub one, right? So I don't know if you guys remember when the former First Lady Margaret Kenyatta had Beyond
Beyond Zero
Yeah.
campaign.
Zero, right?
Yeah.
Maternal health. On the low, I'm very passionate about that because I lost my mum during childbirth. Right?
Okay.
So it's something that I have personally experienced. Blah blah blah. But you know what I think my cause is gonna be, and I can officially announce it today. Are we being robbed? Did somebody just got things are tight, man. I heard the door out there. Yo, don't
My
play.
mind's about to take off,
Don't
man.
play, yo.
See how he was timing the door.
Yeah, I heard the door open. I'm like, listen, man. Who is it? Oh, it's Venom.
Black man's by senses, man.
Hey,
I can sense I'm being robbed.
So I think it's gonna be sickle cell,
Okay. Okay.
and I've been doing. This is not something that I've just jumped onto because of Supercell.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
I think so.
I think the alignment is dope.
Yeah.
The alignment is crazy.
Yeah.
So here's the story, right? About 6-7 months ago, there's a friend of mine who in Nigeria, Emmanuel. You know Emmanuel. He went to USIU, Ikubisi, the actor guy. So he's very passionate about sickle cell, and sickle cell, especially in West Africa and the Caribbean, it's crazy. I think I've often asked the question once or twice on Twitter before or X. Why don't we talk about it? And then people were telling, I'm learning that like it's a lot more prevalent in the western side of the country and all that stuff. So Emmanuel has made a movie called Mzigo, and it's got like some players from Tanzania, Nigeria, actors, and we've been working in the background on this big activation of the movie in Kenya, right? That will highlight sickle cell. And funnily enough, when I started radio, my very first business partner was a sickler, as we call them, sickle cell. And if you've never experienced firsthand someone when they go into crisis, it's the most scariest thing you can imagine. And there are many artists and many people who suffer on the continent because of all our stereotypes and all of our things, guzu and juju and this, that they'll have sickle cell, but it won't be public because of the stigmatization.
Yeah.
So the whole movement behind what we're trying to do is to remove the stigma of sickle cell. Then comes along Supercell. Now, Supercell, to us guys, is a great series on Netflix. But can you imagine how it impacts in a country like the UK that has so many people who suffer from sickle cell?
Yeah.
And I was doing some research over here. There was a young lady, can't remember her name. She was a sickle cell advocate. She died, I think it was last year. Young, 20, couldn't be more than 20, 25. But she documented her journey on YouTube. I'm going to find her stuff. And I really feel that that's the cause that I want to get behind.
Okay.
I don't know how we got here. How did we get here?
Love it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter,
it doesn't
bro.
about here.
Yeah.
And I really think that like for anybody who's watching the pod, who's listening to the pod, I would so love to hear your stories. Like, please feel free, jump into my DMs. Actually, I'm gonna open my DMs. I think they're open at the moment. No, I see them. Yeah, jump into my DMs, and let me know. And if you can't get a hold of me, you just find me somehow.
I think film would also be an amazing venture to get into, because as you were saying that, it just hit me. Wait a minute. Most of us have gotten a lot of information through things to do with film.
Yes.
In whatever format, short format, long format, audiovisual content, audio content, and all that. So I think it would be an amazing venture to just pass along these messages through, because as you're saying, imagine the impact that Supercell has, over there. And I was there's a series we had in Africa, and they used to film in different countries. Every season was in a different country. Sugar, yes.
Yes.
The
Ooh,
same
so
way
good.
Sugar was engaging. Like you couldn't miss an
Mine was
episode.
in Sugar.
Exactly,
Yeah, he was in
exactly,
Sugar,
And it was
exactly.
specific to now the
Nigerian
Yes,
Yeah,
you
but-
know. So
but it
they
was
were
in Kenya as
passing.
well.
Yes, they were passing very strong
Messages
messages
about-
about sexual health,
Yes.
family safety and all that, family planning.
Yeah.
So I think that it's a part of, yes, you've done the part of doing the activism. Yes, we've done everything that we need to do, but then how do we get it to people?
Yeah.
Story.
And film is the one way that you can reach out to many people, which is what we're doing right now with
True.
mics are open.
True.
You know, that and
True
the
story.
legalization
You
of
know-
the herb.
You, you mentioned,
Throw it in there.
but by
Yes,
the
sir.
way, the
Yeah.
legalization of the herb is gonna come. It's gonna
Yeah.
come.
Yeah, we
When
want to
people
be at the
realize how
forefront.
much money's in it, it's gonna come. Sugar, you mentioned Sugar. Do you
Yes,
know
yes.
facts? Random facts. The second casting of I think the first casting of the second episode of Sugar, because the first one was filmed in Kenya,
Yeah.
was done at Homeboys. It was done on the rooftop of Barito Road. Lupita Nyong'o was there.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember the very first season.
She
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah.
She was one of the judges for the
Second
second
one.
series. And it's interesting when you go back. I remember the connect there was a guy called Lawrence Larty. He used to work for MTV. So I got into Lawrence. He's doing a lot of stuff in the UK right now. And I remember that they all flown down and we did the audition on the roof.
Nice.
And they paid us
Well,
About that, they paid us.
they paid us $25,000
Oh.
to organize that.
Wow.
I mean, well, they didn't pay me because I was young and stupid. Then I was in it for the cause. I was about bringing the money. So
Yeah.
I didn't pay me, but 25,000. That was like 2008, 2009.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'd really like to do some more on that. And I think I'd love, like I'm saying, real talk. I'd love to hear your stories.
Yeah.
I want to hear the stories of people who have had those direct experiences because I feel I don't know why we don't talk about it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And many people are suffering in silence.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Tell
think
the
that's
story.
gonna be my thing.
I love it for you. Have we hit the hour mark?
We
Okay.
couldn't. I was about to punch him.
So I love the.
You know,
Don't punch him.
I have 1 week.
Mm.
1 week to one opportunity to talk every week, and this is it.
This is it, so you have to take it.
Yeah.
I loved the gender wars we had in the last episode, guys. Love them as well.
You're bringing more gender wars
I
now.
have another one.
Let's
Oh,
I have another one. DJ Khalid shit.
let's go.
So Ashley, are you I think I already know the answer, but I think it's
probably
the
do.
logic. It's the logic.
Yeah.
Are you choosing a 40-year-old established man with sexual experience or a 20-something-year-old guy sexually inexperienced? And Jimani, same thing with you. Are you choosing a 40-year-old established woman with sexual experience or maybe a younger girl? For you, let me give you, I won't give you 20s. You are, let's say 30s.
Well, technically,
But that is for you, I don't know. So let's still, let's not tie you in. So 20-something-year-old girl with sexual inexperience. I don't know if I can push it. Let's say she probably has never even experienced coitus. So-
coitus, it's deep.
Yeah, yeah, because this can go south real quick, bro.
Facts. Okay.
Yeah. So ladies first.
All right, so allow me to pick both, and I'll tell you.
greedy.
I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
just a
You're really
girl.
letting me make decisions. Okay, 40-year-old with experience and he's established. That is a very ideal. That's very ideal. That is usually the case, right? I'd definitely go for a man like that. But at the same time, men like those come with trauma, right? So I'm saying, no offense.
Okay. How about this? No trauma.
Oh, no trauma?
No trauma.
Definitely. But then at the same time, I'm trying to tame a nigga. I'm trying to build a nigga, you know?
Okay.
I want...
So on one hand, you complain about being Bob the Builder, but you're okay being Bob
I'm
the
fine
Builder.
being Bob the Builder because,
Okay.
listen,
Talk to me.
and this is what a friend of mine, I think I've talked about this on double-sided tape. Check it out.
Let's go.
Every Sunday with Nimzi. A friend of mine gave me this logic, which makes sense. Young men will value the shit out of you, right? Because you become their everything. It can get annoying, but as a woman who's older and you're more established, you're more experienced. If you deal with a younger man, they'll see you as their everything. They'll do each and everything, like everything you want. The man, the little
They
boy,
worship you. They adore you. Got you.
Interesting.
You see, so you become the little. God is heavy, but
No, goddess,
you become the little goddess, right? And it's a beautiful thing because women want to be treasured.
Who
Women,
wouldn't want to be treated as a
even
god?
men would like that shit, and that's
Yeah.
where they will go for
Yeah,
a
that
younger.
10%.
I love it.
That's probably why they
to
will
charity.
They
Hey,
go
and-
for a younger one, a younger babe.
I know this is random, but I'm going to Adidas socks on with Nike. Is that bad?
Wow.
You're talking, bro. We don't care about these
Okay, we don't
things,
care.
man.
Sorry.
Yeah, as you're good. As
So yeah, I think I'd play with both ends, to be honest.
that's what she said.
But ideally, I'd go for the older.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Mr.
think-
Conrad Gray.
I
Anthony.
think for me, for me, it's a case of like, you mentioned how the younger person is gonna worship you and how they're gonna treat you. I don't want none of that.
You don't want to be worshipped.
Nah,
You don't want to be
'cause
adored.
It leads to a place of not manipulation, but it's not the kind. It's not gonna last because it breeds. To an extent, it's gonna eventually breed resentment.
Yeah.
I feel, I think for me, and in this phase of my life, I just want that one who's somewhat, who's got the experience, but still has the kind of youthful energy, like kind of thing. You know what I'm trying to say? I want you to be accomplished, or I want it to be
A finished product.
not finished, but
You're
not
working on yourself.
at the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
you're evolving. I want that flux moment, that moment of,
Yeah.
You're blooming.
You don't want to
Yes,
do the work. You don't want
blooming
to
is
work.
the right word.
blooming.
I don't want to be the teacher. I want to enjoy what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Me I'd pick either. Me, I'm not Missy
Obagui.
Bagui. Missy Bagui. I can pick either because having been on both sides of the spectrum, a woman is still a woman at the end of the day.
Come
bro.
on.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also to be honest, it's like, I mean, in my young days,
Yeah.
I remember even when I lost my virginity, it's like it was with an older woman. And when I think back to it, I think to myself, I didn't realize at the time, but literally I was being instructed.
Yeah.
I was actually being instructed. Like, I mean, I felt like I was like the man,
She let you feel
She
like you
let-
was the man.
Fact.
but
Yeah.
but I realized that I was literally being
And that's
taught.
good. It's healthy.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
It's
trying to
healthy.
say?
Yeah.
So I feel like it varies for people, but I think as you get older, because it's not just in the sexual area, it's also just in life. I just don't feel like I have the energy for anything that's brand new.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I feel at the end of the day, I've invested so much of my time in brand new stuff
Yeah.
that now
You want a car with mileage.
I want a car with mileage that we can keep this thing moving quickly.
Yeah.
I could say to, like, for example, we spoke about strategy earlier. I could call to you and say, Ash, send me a strategy document. She sent me one, I refined it, I moved on and did my own thing, right?
Yeah.
Now that's as opposed to me sending somebody who's at the beginning, like, send me a strategy document and they're like,
What is
How
What's
do I
that?
do that?
Yeah.
how do I do that? Do you get
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
I don't have the time for that learning curve right now. And I think generally I don't have the time for that.
I have a ask. Do you feel like your sexual experience with a woman, your first sexual experience with a woman who was more mature than you, set the stage for you and your sexual life in that? It placed you at a different level as compared to maybe someone who was starting off with someone around their age, someone around the same sexual experience with them? Or do you think maybe it could have played differently? Maybe there's some gems you wouldn't have gotten, there's some things you wouldn't have gotten.
No,
We're both beginners.
I think
Yeah.
I think for me, I don't think it's had that much of an impact.
Yeah.
And the reason I say it hasn't because naturally I'm a very
Say it. You can say it.
Yeah.
You
the
can
chest.
say it.
the chest.
You can say it.
I'm a wild child. No, but like I feel that like that came a lot later with confidence. Because you see, I always say that I think a man goes through a couple of phases. The first phase is I want to just get it.
Yeah.
The second phase is I want to learn how to deliver it good. And the third phase is more like, how does this make me feel? You get me?
Okay.
So I think as a man, you graduate
Facts.
through those stages, because at some
Yeah.
point in life, you just want to get laid in it. Like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's it.
In Jamaica, we say any dirty water will cool a hot iron.
Oh wow.
So you don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, waswahili wanasema pia
Wahenga.
simba wahenga simba akiwa njaa nakula nyasi pia, you know. Sometimes if a lion is hungry, it's gonna eat grass.
You just eat grass, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't pick and
Hakuna
choose.
kubagua.
Just
Yeah.
go
And then you
go.
get to the phase
Yeah.
of like end of the day where you're now learning yourself. You're learning the things that you actually like.
Yeah.
And you learning how, like, you know all
That's
these things
true.
about, and then you get to the phase where now how do I feel about this?
You're being talked to.
Padawans, you're calling us Padawans?
You have hit the hour mark. Part of one start.
Padawan, like we are the juniors, like we're
like minions.
interns or something. Like the guys, the guys
it a
in
Star
game.
Wars?
Is it so? Is it
Star
actually
Wars.
a word?
Before we actually wrap up.
Nah,
if
hey, we're
wrapping up,
good. Leave this guy alone.
I love that we're on this topic because
Yeah.
I mean I think it taps into like the dominance and vulnerability of women and men as well,
Yeah.
and basically cultural status, right? Or what men and women are meant to do culturally. So I have a question for you guys, and this is based on the week's activities in Ashley's life.
Sotivities.
I have a new word.
Hotivities.
I have a new word. I'm sorry, Olive, I'll have to use it. We came up with a new word. It's called hostitution.
Hostitution.
wow.
I like it.
Anyway, that's not the point. So,
Title of the pod.
how do men feel when women shoot their shot and they take charge, but at the same time allow you to...
Are you seeing the smile on his face?
Allow you to do, like, give you the power to be the man in the situation at the same time.
You're describing bliss, bro.
You're welcome.
No, let me tell you,
Yeah.
it's like I tell people this all the time. I am literally like, I'm the most oblivious person. Like, someone could be like shooting their shot, and I'll just be like, oh, nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel that women who make you feel, who give you the confidence that like they've shot their shot, and give you the confidence to feel not
Still
like
in charge.
you've not
Belittled or yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
I love it. I adore it. I campaign for it, bro. I say, damn, first of all, I don't think babes understand how easy niggas are.
Very.
I don't think you like just blow in my direction, me there.
Yeah.
You don't understand how easy niggas are. You all don't get it. Me, I'm
not
giving you.
complex.
They don't want to tell you this, bro. A man is gonna be acting all macho, but you shoot your shot and watch him crumble. You know.
Oh shit!
So
that's the title for the podcast. Women do not know how easy men are.
we're too easy, bro. We're too easy. So now, if you shoot your shot and you allow him the room to do his thing, to maneuver, funga duka tuende mtaani, man.
Alright.
Just close shop. Yeah,
Oh, man.
that's what we like. I encourage women to shoot shots more often.
Shoot
Do
your
it.
shot.
I
Do it.
encourage.
Because I understand the double standard, but they're hypocritical because they don't want to be turned down.
Yeah.
And this is what someone who shoots their shot has to be prepared to deal with.
True.
If you're a shooter, you're going to miss a couple of times. But shooters stay shooting. You have to shoot, bro.
Come on.
You know, yeah. So don't feel bad at it because I see babes cringing all the time. Like, oh, I got denied once or somebody turned my shot down once and that was it. Like, for the rest of my life, I am, come on, man. So don't tap out too soon.
I'm a shooter of shots.
Yeah.
And I've had these conversations with the girlies before, right? And the one concern is actually being turned down. And the one thing I always tell the girlies is don't walk in there with expectation.
Get off the pedestal.
Immediately you walk in there with expectation, some shit will happen.
Yeah.
Like he might not be worth it. He might turn you down. So many things could happen. He might be married or has a girlfriend
Preach.
or, you know.
Preach.
So many things
Preach.
might happen. Do not walk. You're starting from zero. Okay, shoot your shot and see how it goes. It
Matter
works
of fact,
wonders.
they should shoot their shots how they would love a guy to shoot a shot at them. That's what you should do. Like, if you want to shoot your shot, sit down and think about how you'd want someone to approach you. Approach that nigga like that. The hack of the universe is the one thing that you desire from it is not let me get it. No, if you desire something, give it. Like, if you want to be receiving grace from people, give all the grace, give all the patience, give all the love, so that you're like, okay, so this is how it is.
Yeah.
So when it comes, you're gonna recognize it. So think about how you'd want it to come to you, and then shoot that shot, man. I encourage you, do that shit, bro.
Right, before we bounce, there's two more things I want to talk about before we bounce.
Let's go.
But first of all, I've done something on a podcast we've never done before. So, since we've been doing the pod, right, since we started today, I've changed something about me. So in the comment section, if you've noticed what I've changed, just write down what the change is, and I'm going to randomly pick somebody and give them, I'm going for 2 weeks, 2,000 bob.
Are we participating?
Yeah.
as
Now, you
well?
guys don't even know. But
I know.
No, but we can.
I think actually,
I
actually
clocked
noticed.
it. You too?
You noticed as well? I did it intentionally.
I clocked it a long time ago.
Okay, so yeah, but don't say it.
I won't, don't
I'll tell
worry.
you guys after.
Nice,
I've done
so.
something during the pod, and just tell me if you notice, and then we'll sort somebody out. In the comments, make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Buju Banton, we got to talk about Buju Banton.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
buju.
And we got to talk about whether or not, do we want to talk about the toll roads that they want to make Sickle Road the toll road?
It's too
Yeah.
serious, and
Yeah.
It
we've
hasn't
had
been
such
passed
great
yet.
My thing is,
conversations.
Yeah.
my thing is this. I mean, it's a suggestion that they want to make Sickle Road a toll road. My thing is, if you've seen traffic on
On
Sickle
Thika
Road,
Road,
you want
yeah.
nothing to slow that shit down.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
All right, so we'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
Buju Banton Afrobeats. Buju Banton did a long-arranging interview with Drink Champs, Nori,
Yeah.
and his man them.
Yeah.
And he actually said some very disparaging thing about Afrobeats. He was like, tell me one Afrobeat song that can uplift us. Kenya is suffering. Young men of Kenya are revolting. But which of these songs can I relate to tell me that we are in the struggle and we're going to get better in the struggle? Even though the struggle is hard, we're going to overcome. The music, Afrobeats, is not free in Africa. You want the money? Go and get it. But what is going to be said about you later on and your posterity? You didn't make any impact. So reggae music always stands predominant. It's the king's music.
Yeah.
Has he listened to Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar?
It's
When did
Afro-
Buju come out?
Buju's been he's the Afrobeat, just Afrobeat.
I know, but
Buju was out in the 90s, bro.
yeah, but and why are you acting like you have been away for such a long time,
Yeah.
bro? You know, you can't tie these two have nothing to do with the other, but we understand the impact that music had, say, in Jamaica when it came to such things. But
music.
if we look at the impact that hip hop had probably in New York, or say let's take it to the
Some- yeah,
south,
okay.
you know, you can see. Yes, there might have been some influence of maybe different subgenres here and there,
Yeah.
but look at what they came up with and what they did for them. It has to be localized.
Yeah.
So you can't expect the music that probably led to your liberation to come and do the same thing here, where it's a completely
Okay,
different context.
So let me throw something out there.
Yeah.
Say, for example, like, you know, you got your reggae music, you've got your Gramps Morgan, Wash the Tears, you got your Bob Marley, Zimbabwe, you got one
Yeah.
of those conscious reggae. I could give, if you told me to list 100 right now,
Yeah.
I could do 100, right?
Yeah.
But then you think about hip hop. Hip hop, for example, the first song in hip hop that ever had any social commentary was The Message. Grandmaster Flash. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know The Message. You know
Yes,
The Message,
yes.
yeah,
A
right, The
child is
Message,
born
right?
with no state of mind.
Blind to the ways of mankind.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
very that was such a defining moment in hip hop
Yes,
culture.
yes.
The guys are like, wait, we can also use
Yeah.
hip hop, this fun stuff to do good stuff.
Yes.
I think, and it's a wild take.
Let's go.
I think there's an element of truth in
What
what
Buju
Buju
saying?
has said, but I don't think it's come from a good place. So this is why I think, you know, two things, as we always say, can be right at the same time.
Yeah.
When I saw that interview, I sat down and thought about it. I was like, okay, what songs do I identify? And I'm sure that if you go to Ghana and Nigeria and you think about stuff like what Fela Kuti used to do,
Yeah.
You know, because Fela Kuti made songs that were political against the
100.
government, the police, especially when they raided his house, all these things. So I thought to myself, in this modern era, if I was to think about a song for what we went through in Kenya, I'm sure we've had a song like Mano Mano and whatever, right? But is there a defining culture of songs that reflect in the modern eras of Afrobeats that talks about our struggle? I don't think there is.
Okay.
However, I think the issue is Buju saying that and the way in which he said it set reggae and dancehall up against Afrobeats.
Afrobeats, yes.
And the reality is we can enjoy both of them at the same time without any level of... I don't have an expectation of... Because I could turn around and say, by the way, this new era of dancehall music does nothing.
Yeah.
This trap dancehall and this chopper dancehall,
True.
you can't tell me that Skilly Bang makes songs that uplift that.
Brrr.
Or Skeng or them man that making songs that uplift. I can't tell you, apart from the singers, I can't tell you of a modern dancehall song that uplifts anybody.
Yeah.
So we're dealing with different times, different
Yes.
spaces, and different
Yes.
energies.
It's
Yes.
apples
And I'm
and
pretty
mangoes.
sure that when you go into Ghana, especially, there are singers coming out of Ghana, reggae, who are doing reggae or Afrobeats, out of Nigeria who are doing conscious music. When you think about something like this song by Nyashinsky and Sauti Soul,
Not
it was being played to
Tujiangalia.
Jangalia, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was being played a lot during this whole movement that we had.
Yeah.
You might someone might turn around and say, bro, you can't discount Uncle Kanayo as
Manzi.
The anthem.
Mana, what ugly is Manzi?
yeah. But now the fact of the matter is that means nothing, because like if you don't understand Swahili, Sheng, whatever, it means nothing to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you think about a song, let's go back. When you think about a song go back to Giddy Giddy and Maji Maji.
Yeah.
Those guys. When Unbreakable came out, it was the power moment of a campaign, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there have been songs.
Yeah.
I just don't think. I think in the same way how you will listen to a dancehall song and say, "I love this song," and then I tell you that song's about abortion. You're like, "What?
What? Yeah.
Murder She Wrote is about abortion." How many people know that shit?
Murder She Wrote.
They just
for real.
found out.
Murder She Wrote.
Yeah, Mother She
You
wrote.
didn't know?
Yeah.
I know this little game, a body's like a bunch of rope. But if I ever tell you about her, you'd think that you don't know what Murder She Wrote.
You told us
Just
this
found out.
sometimes
It's
back.
about
Yeah.
abortion. Murder She Wrote. Like, I can't remember the lyrics, but it's about like fucking...
Guys just find out, and songs have that impact.
Yeah.
But from back in the day, we had the likes of Kina Eric Wainaina
Yes.
doing such things. But then the more you're saying that, I agree with you. And what I'm seeing is we don't go to Afrobeats for that release.
It's for a good time.
We will go to something different, like something maybe more hype.
Yeah.
You know, something that would get us up and running, something that would make us feel energetic. Because if you listen to a song like Daima Mimi Mkenya by Eric Wainaina or Nchi ya Kitu Kidogo by Eric Wainaina, and then you listen to Anguka Nayo by Kina Wadaglis, you're like, that was that for that era.
Generation,
And
yeah.
there was different things going on at that time. Right now where we are at, this is what we can go to, cause this is what the country is embracing. Kila mse wako design ya urban tone. You can pick whatever beat you want, but what are you going to be talking about? To a point where guys are even changing the lyrics of some songs to fit the current times. You see how I respect what Kina MC Gogo do.
Yeah.
When they're busy doing a set with their DJ and they're hyping up a song, maybe their verse hasn't actually dropped, and he lays it with something else, and it would probably go along with what's happening currently, you know. So I feel like, yes, he is right, but a bit harsh, because look at where we are going to for that. Don't look at what we do and say, okay, now you guys are not doing anything with this.
Let me tell you why, and let me give you a very, very example. I don't care if someone says to me, by the way, G, every single time you DJ, you play Yemi Alade
Africa,
Yeah.
Sauti Sol.
and I unapologetically play that song as a Caribbean man in Africa because of how it makes me feel.
It's a statement.
That
for you.
song is just like my African arms will embrace you, my this, my that, showing you like everywhere you go.
Yeah.
London, USA, nowhere feels like Africa, nowhere feels like home. To me, that is such a statement. I've often said that, like, I feel that for every set I do until the day I stop DJing, I'll always include that song because for me, it's such a beautiful. Every time I feel that song, I feel like it's an embrace. I feel like I've been embraced by and I personally feel like I've been embraced
By Yemi?
by the content. I have as well.
Because damn.
Yemi gives
Yemi
good
can
hugs.
embrace me too, man.
You know, I mean, I'll send him the footage of Yemi having dinner at my house.
But do I say? Yeah.
Yemi's good.
Yemi's boys, yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, for me, that song, I feel that song captures exactly how I feel about Africa.
Yeah.
And that's from a Caribbean perspective. I don't need Yemi to. Yemi's got songs on her new album with even Ziggy Marley talking about, love, peace, and unity, right?
Yeah.
But just like in any other country, in every other market, you don't usually hear those songs on the radio anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, that's not going to change.
Yeah.
Because, like, end of the day, I'm going to be honest with you. You put up a cultural thing on TikTok, unless it's funny and got a dance with it, man, never got time for
That's
that
it.
shit.
Yeah.
You have to just embrace it. I don't think it came across very harsh, and I think it wasn't cognizant of the fact that just how dancehall went around the world. Dancehall went around the world, not telling people. Dancehall went around the world, telling people some pretty sexual
Wild.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When Cartel was come breed me. When you come to
Cartel,
my house,
come breed
you
me.
know what I'm feeling. I haven't come here to watch TV, but don't know how fuck you want. Skin out the tight pussy, give me. You know what I mean? When Cartel came and he was like, Gala she tell me she love me because she's pretty, but when the fuck done, she ugly. He said she was pretty before we smashed.
Oh,
Post-nut clarity.
Post-nut clarity for real.
Yeah.
She pretty, but when the fuck done, she ugly. Boy, she take up the balls and juggle it. Bruh,
It's wilding.
let's
Let's
be
be
honest.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, go back and listen to that song.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'm with it.
by the way,
I'm with it.
she pretty, but when the fuck done, she ugly. Boy, she take out me balls and juggle it. Bro,
I'm with
you
it.
can't tell me, you can't tell me.
I'm with
You
it.
can't
bro.
give me a high moral ground.
Yeah.
But I
mean-
feel like this is old head talk.
All the talk.
But also,
Yeah.
I feel like
But-
he doesn't have the context of the music. As you were
think-
saying, the
but-
language.
But I'll say this about Buju as well. Buju is one of the greatest people to just sit down and have a conversation. I've had the opportunity to interview Buju 3 times. At the very start of my career, when I was doing pirate radio in London, I did twice, and I interviewed him at 1 extra. And I'm telling you, Buju is probably one of the few artists. If he comes into this room now and you play a rhythm, he can just jump in and freestyle about everybody. Talent for Buju.
Crazy.
But then again, what was Buju's breakout song? Girl in your body rider, murder.
Come on.
You want to say what?
He's
I
been
did.
there. He's been there.
Shot it up on your body. That's Buju.
Would you say he's a
Me had this
purist?
time and not ready for you had the girl picking it. Huh?
Would you say he's a purist?
He's a purist, and also someone like Buju Banton, his transition into Rastafari was inspirational for so many young black lost men
Yeah.
globally. I always say that people like Buju Banton, people like Capleton, people like Sizzler. Capleton, for example, when Capleton first came onto the scene, hey, if I translate some of Capleton's early hits, bruh.
Crazy.
But then I can remember a dancehall moment when Capleton says, after Melly from Jamaica come off our on tour. And he talks about how he was on tour abroad when he came back to Jamaica and how the social degradation of Jamaica had taken place. So let's not use music as a divisive thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's use
it's
music
supposed
as
to
a
do the
unifier.
opposite.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes.
then, for example, Buju, we hear you.
Yeah.
All right? Let's connect a Lavosty with Buju. Because Lavosty is doing some crazy stuff here that's just there.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
there's another artist in Ghana. I can't remember his name. Is Episode X something. I can't remember his name is. He's an artist, as a painter, as well as a reggae artist. Let's connect and let's make hits.
Yeah.
Imagine hearing a Burner and a Buju, or hearing a Buju and let's say,
Thames.
because Buju can DJ or in Thames. Or imagine you take these guys of one of these guys up here, of an urban tone guys. In the same way,
Yep.
how Conscience was. Remember Angela?
Yes.
Bro,
Cross?
yes.
In the same way how Conscience was able to slip into that song.
Yeah.
Because he was explaining what the song was about.
True.
So let's unite the culture so that when Buju comes and does a verse on a song from, give me an example, any of these guys.
Boutros.
Boutros.
Yeah.
It's in sync.
Yeah.
Kali.
What music is, you know?
Bien fanya maneno manzi.
Yeah.
Piga
Hook it
collab
up.
na Buju.
I mean,
Si ule wa West Africa huu mwingine. man.
look at,
Yeah.
yo, Wahala is a song.
Mad.
Mad
it's a
bop.
banger.
Mad bop.
Mad tune.
These guys are working overtime, bro.
It's
I
a
know.
mad tune. So end of the day, like I'm all about whether you're an old head or you're a young head and whatever, is at least give props to the man them like Morgan Heritage,
Yeah.
who came through and lent their talent to so many people across the continent.
Yeah.
And vice versa, benefited from being allied with the Diamonds and the this guy and the that guy. It's like, you know, Elaine doing her cross-pollination, Cecile doing her stuff with these various guys. That's what we need more of. Chris Martin, Busy, because we're one. We're
Yeah.
the same people. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We're the same.
Inspirational Martin Luther. I love it.
Hey,
I
hey.
love it. With the Jamaican wristband. I love
Alrighty.
it. Yeah.
Listen, man, it's been the Mike's Up. My name's G Money.
Ashley.
And the young. Adios, muchachos.